So you've signed your contract, the pool's been laid out in the backyard, we have the green light from our construction validation team, and we're ready to start breaking ground. Hi, in this video we're going to talk about the phases of pool construction. My name is Chris Woods with Shasta Pools. I'm a sales manager here. I've been in the pool industry for about 17 years. The first stage of the pool construction process is excavation. So in this phase, here's where you're going to see the equipment, whether it's a backhoe or a bobcat, coming in to dig that pool. So this first stage is potentially one of the most exciting because you've seen that pool laid out in the backyard, but now it's definitely going to transform and come into reality because you can envision your backyard oasis now coming to fruition. So the second phase of construction is plumbing. Here, you're going to be seeing the crews do a lot of trenching. They're going to be running the plumbing, the pipes, from the pool equipment area out to the pool, specifically so we have great circulation and any potential water features you may have selected. Step 3 of the construction process is going to be steel. So in this phase, the crews are going to bring out rebar, and they're going to actually be kind of like artists crafting this steel cage into that freshly dug hole. And it's similar, I could relate it to the skeletal structure of our bodies. Same thing with the steel. The steel's there to help support the pool shell. Step 4 is electrical. In this phase, the electricians are going to come out and run the wiring for the items selected on your pool. Generally, those would consist of control panels, sanitation systems, any lighting, pumps, heaters, things like that. That's when this phase is going to take shape. Step 5 is going to be the shotcrete, or the concrete of the pool shell. So shotcrete, it is concrete, but here's where that nomenclature comes from. So it's kind of shot through a big hose, similar to like a fire hose, but instead of water coming out, it's concrete. So the cement truck will bring the concrete to your property. It's mixed in at our hoppers at the trucks, and then it's literally shot through a hose. And as it's being shot through the hose, they're literally shooting the floor and the walls of your pool. During this process, they're going to be covering up that steel that we talked about a little earlier. And then once they're done, they're also going to start perfecting and troweling the floors, the walls if needed, and or any benches that are specific to your pool. Number 6 is the deck phase. Decking is really, imagine just like a sidewalk that goes around the perimeter of your pool, or you might want a larger seating area or a place to accommodate some tables and chairs, a place to hang out, just to have a social area out there by your pool. That's really decking. Decking can also come in a variety of different materials. The most common are concrete with an acrylic coating, or pavers that could be kind of like a travertine, Belgard paver, or stone product. Step 7 is tile. Tile goes around the inside perimeter at the top of your pool at the water level, so at the very top. Now, it's definitely aesthetically pleasing and it looks good, and we have a lot of options to choose from, but its main function is to help protect that interior finish. So as the water evaporates or fills, that interior is not exposed to the sun and to the elements. There can also be tile installed within the pool, not just at the water line. For example, you could do tile inserts, step trim. The tile trim is there can also just be for attractiveness, or it could be for safety. You just want to define the outline of those steps a little bit better so as you're walking in and out, it's a very clear path. Number 8 is the interior finish. Now this phase is very similar to the installation process as the shotcrete phase that we talked about. This is also the very final kind of end of the construction process, and it's one of the last things done on your pool. Now the interior finish is there for a couple things. Primarily it's kind of the waterproof barrier to kind of help protect that shotcrete pool shell, but it also gives you an opportunity to create a very great aesthetic appearance and customize it to the watercolor you're looking for. So what do I mean by it could change the look of your pool? Well, for example, have you ever been to the ocean and you see that nice brown sandy beach? What color is that water? It's kind of like a greenish aqua hue, correct? Well, that's happening because that brown sand with the blue sky is creating that color. So it's kind of like mixing paints. So what would you prefer? Would you prefer a light, crisp blue water? Maybe a little bit deeper hue blue, or would you prefer a very, very dark color? Choosing the right interior finish will provide you with the color you're looking for. After the interior finish phase is complete, your pool will get filled up with water. That leads us to step 9, which is startup and orientation. During the startup phase, we're going to make sure everything's mechanically fired up, get the pumps running, make sure the filters are working, all the hydraulics. With the orientation, we're going to educate you and empower you with the components that are on your pool. We're going to teach you when to use it, how to use it, and other things you should be aware of. The 10th and final stage is every pool comes with our 3 months of Shasta Pool Care service. So for the next 3 months, our pool care division is going to take care of your pool, making sure that water chemistry is exactly where it needs to be, and do any cleaning, brushing, so you can thoroughly enjoy your new investment in your backyard. Whether you're currently in the pool buying process with us, or you're just curious as to phases of pool construction, I hope this video was very informative and educational for you. And even if you're not in the pool buying process with us, but you're just curious on what a pool would cost, check out our pool pricing calculator where you can actually build a pool, select the options and features that would be best suited for you or your family, and you can actually get an estimate and price range for a pool. We just learned about the phases of construction. If you'd like to learn about the previous phase, which is pre-construction, check out this video.